You're watching HCAM TV.
Hello, Hopkinton. Welcome to the Hopkinton Hangout Hour live on HCAM TV, YouTube, and Facebook. My staff and I are happy to bring this show to you. And today we're actually going to be rebroadcasting one of our favorite episodes where we talk with COVID-19 volunteer efforts from Shova of Sewa International. And in the second segment, we will have online games. So please sit back and enjoy this rebroadcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Hopkinton Hangout Hour. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy, and we are going to be joined in minutes by Shova from Shiva International. And I believe we do have her here in the chat room. She's just getting situated. She'll just have to unmute the microphone.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you so much for having us here.
Oh, our pleasure. Thank you for joining us. How are you? How's everything going?
I'm good. I rushed, at home. I can't do this meeting because of kids. Oh my gosh. I thought I tried at home and I saw they were running around. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to my office. My office is 30 minutes from there. So I just ran. So sorry. I'm 2 minutes late.
Oh, that's okay. You made it at the top of the show. Perfect time.
Thank you.
So, Shova, you are with us from
Sewa International. Yeah.
Shiva International, and you're currently leading a team of over 75 volunteers. First off, can you talk about what Shiva International does?
Yeah, Sewa International is a non-profit organization. It's been it started at 1989 from India. So now we have 25 in USA. So Boston is one chapter established in February 2013. So I'm part of our executive committee in a Boston chapter right now, a volunteer group. So our main mission is to promote volunteerism and aid local communities, helping them, and then serving humanities in distress. That's the main thing we have. So that's why I'm leading, because of this COVID-19, we have a lot of issue with the, a lot of people don't like the healthcare professional is struggling to get the mask and try to protect themselves because they have families too. And my brother-in-law is also a physician. And I know, from the beginning, February, and first week of March, I found out our healthcare system is falling apart. So we and another volunteer, we thought to do something about this. So we brought, let's do something for our healthcare professional. That's why we started this mask project. And then I live in Hopkinton Pulte Legacy Farm. There is a Hoptown Legacy Volunteer Group. They also joined hands with us. So we started with 7 people from Sewa volunteers, and then Hoptown Legacy ladies joined us. So we became 15. And every week I post in a Facebook, and every week we will start making masks, 50, 1-2 days. So I start posting, everybody was interested. And some people, they say they have a machine and they don't know how to, their parents have a machine, but they don't know how to stitch it. So pregnant, something so, and somebody has a skill and they didn't have a machine. So I tried to connect people, and everybody came together, and now we have 75 ladies. 75 just the ladies I'm talking about. I'm not counting husband and kids. So if we count, it's more than 100. And this is only one project I saw is all whole families are together in this, this time. And a lot of families are thanking us for starting this thing, because they are giving. Even we are teaching our kids to give, not to take.
So pretty much you guys send, if they don't know how to make the masks, you send instructions on how to make these masks.
Yes, I think like swimming and cycle. Once you know, you'll never forget. But it's like you feel like, oh, it's a long gap. I forgot it. So everybody say, well, I used to do it, but I forgot. I said, don't worry, we have a professional. Kiran, she's from our legacy only, and she's part of Hoptown too. So she is a fashion designer, and she told me like I can help you with the tutor. And then I did a Zoom meeting like this, and she was so teaching everybody how to like the back step and step because we tried from YouTube. What happened with YouTube? Like everybody's professional, and they don't know like somebody new are doing right, so they are fast. But this one, I told her, nobody knows stitching, so teach them from the very basic. So now this YouTube is so good, like everywhere in Connecticut. I know a lot of people send me messages like how you are making, where you got the tutor. So I send all this to Connecticut. A lot of ladies I gathered, like we did. So they are already start helping out their community. So it's amazing what's happening right now.
And while we are talking, I'll throw up some pictures that you shared with us about some of the efforts you guys are making. Very, very nice picture here. And if there's any certain picture you want me to stop at, you want to talk about a little bit, just feel free.
Yeah, this is the Sewa one volunteer did it. This is our Sewa organization. So this is one. It's very important for us. This is one I really want to talk to him actually. Yesterday, Selectman Brendan came to my house to pick up the mask, face shield, and scrub and cap and the gown for one hospital in Framingham.
That's terrific. Select Board Chair Brandon Ted Stone making it happen. And then over here.
So this I really want to talk because involved in the Hopkinton town, we have joined with the project just because of, so we live in that community, and so we have done this in like I'm leading this food project. So I'm very we are very close to a project because of Sherilyn is the founder there. She's an amazing lady, and we have done this food drive. So we will continue. And the good thing about this food drive is our kids went door to door knocking the door, like you have to, they gave a flyer to community people, and like kids were involved more than us. So that was like very exciting for me. Like kids are more involved than, they're learning to give. So that was my main focus in this one. And because we have to teach our new generation, young generation, that we have to feed our hungry people and needy people. We have to help our community. Because if you don't do it, they are always in our Facebook, like, always in our Xbox and TV. But these things helps, right? Community as well.
Certainly does. Project Just Because does some terrific work around the community. Yeah. And over here, it looks like you're dropping off some stuff for another organization.
Yeah, I talked to Deborah, what my friend know, and I was like, yes, we are giving. First, I called. My first focus is Hopkinton town, where I live. So I talked to a project because of like what are the things they need. So they said these like a canned food, they're not like pasta, they don't need a lot. And I got a lot of collection, and I want to give to the right place where it's needed. And luckily I found Deborah, and she told me, oh, we like if some seniors come out from the hospital, they don't have any food at home. So they come to get from the Bay Path Elderly Services. So I thought, why not to provide them more with the canned food, and whatever they ask me, like a cereal, sugar-free, like kind of, and then canned food, pasta. Mostly she told me canned vegetables. So those things we collected for them, but we're gonna continue now. This is the first year I started, like at Shiva International started as a group. So we will continue this in future. So.
Wonderful. And I believe this is your kids helping out.
Yes. These kids, amazing how they are involved. They're not playing. The parents are so happy because kids used to bother them playing like iPad and video games, but now they want to help their parents, and it's like a family project, not just husband or wife. Like everybody is involved in this quantum time. It's frustrating, right, to be in home. But now they were telling me they were so frustrated by seeing all negative things in like TV and all social medias. But now they are not panicked because they don't have time to think about that. They are focused on all these things. So it's so positive.
That's terrific. And you might have mentioned this already, but is there any more of these efforts from Shiva International going on in other places as well?
Yes, actually, I really want to talk about we have a lot of projects going on with COVID-19. National wise, we are doing three things. It's we have a disaster relief and rehabilitation. That's the one thing we do with the COVID-19. We are providing a food, other supplies. We are providing N95 masks. Yesterday only got N95 400 masks. And because demand is a lot, and we are trying our best to stitch, and almost we distributed 3,000 plus handmade masks. And most of them are donation fabrics. People are so generous. Any rate, everybody is together for one cause. So everybody is here together and helping, for this, like wherever. Like if seniors are there, like I said, with 73 years, people are also helping us teach right now. So it's from kid 5 years to 70, 73, 4 years. They all are involved in this project. So Sheva has a COVID plasma registry, somebody has been already infected with the virus, and then we are trying to do the plasma thing. That's one national going on. And with the family services, we do health and wellness programs. We do yoga. There is a lot of other programs, something related to health. We do walk, and there are a lot of other things. And we do education and awareness programs. And another is Sewa community family management services. Like somebody has family issues, they get they're not able to survive because of husband passed away or something. We are always there to help them. There are a lot of stuff we do. So development wise, we are doing a community. We are doing a police empowerment program. That's the one biggest thing. Because originally I'm from Nepal and I'm this India, so it's like because I speak the language, and it's a lot of language barrier here because when they came from Bhutan, Nepal to here, adult doesn't speak English, and the kids are they just speak English right now. So it's a lot of communication gap between school and parent, right? So that's why we are trying to help them, communicating between the school and teaching them with the math, like any other educational support, and trying to direct them in a right direction, because they are because parents don't know basically what kids are trying to do, right? So we are trying to train this young generation, so they will train the for the new coming generation too.
You guys are doing some great work.
Yeah, and then we have a sponsored child program. So sponsored child is like if somebody want to donate first in India or Nepal, or any other country, they want somebody, poor kids, they want to study, but because lack of the fund, the parents, they are not able to send kids to the school. So we have a sponsored child program. Anybody can sponsor one child. It costs you $20 per month. So these kind of programs we have done, and my friend Neha's here. We have a couple of friends. They are already sponsoring 2 kids, 3 kids. So poor families, they want to send their kids to school, but they are not able to. So these $20 do a lot. So these kind of lot of programs we are involved right now. But with Hopkinton, local wise, I'm involved in we are involved more in COVID, the mask and all. And now we started our new project. We start making, because now I'm talking with a lot of healthcare professionals. So now not just masks, they are running out of scrub caps and gowns. So, and then face shields. So that's why we are working on that right now. We just started, we already distributed to 4 or 5 hospitals. Even that selectment also took few of them for another hospital. So we are working on it. So far, let's see how much, we want to continue this program till this virus, we will win the fight. We will continue that.
Absolutely. It's great what you guys are doing. And now, besides the mask, you're going to be making the caps, you said, as well, and more PPE equipment that is so desperately needed. Who do we have here? Is this your daughter, if I'm not mistaken? Or the volunteers here on the...
No. That's my another. My daughter is not here. Yeah.
Sorry. You're at Project Just Because, and stay home. I think that's an important message to get out there. And then a couple of the deliveries that you guys have done. So if somebody wanted to get in touch about donating materials, donating money, how could they get in touch with you guys? Or if somebody was interested in getting in on this effort to make the masks, how could they contact you?
Yeah, thank you so much. That's the great question. Now, I put in a Hoptown Uncommon group. So that through that, I got a couple of people is helping me, Christine, Deborah, and Christopher. There's a couple of ladies already involved in this project. They're helping me with the delivery. Somebody's giving me a machine. Somebody's helping with the stitching. How they there is a website, Sewa International, USA, Boston chapter. There is 2 websites, so they can reach me out, and they can reach me out personally. I'm very active in social media. I have my own my Facebook, Shova Sharma, and they can contact me through Messenger, or there is Uncommon groups, the Hopkinton Uncommon group. They are reaching out more from that Hopkinton Uncommon group. So they can help us. If they want to help us with the cut and stitch, they can reach me out. I will connect in a group, and we have strategy. How we work is when somebody join, because of this virus, we are being very careful because we have a senior involved, and we have to be very, very careful. So when fabric comes, I really want to talk about process first. So when somebody comes to my place, I add in a group. After that, we give a training, what is the standard we are looking for, because mostly we are distributing to the hospitals and senior centers, and we want to maintain our quality. And another thing about handling a fabric, that's why I'm being a center, because I'm not letting everybody handle. It's about safety, and also we are only few people are taking care, and we make sure we put a gloves, we put a mask, then only we can touch a fabric. I think I've sent you a few pictures. Like first, I will take put the gloves and mask, and then we will put in a plastic bag, and then we will ask whoever is received that, we will put outside the door, so nobody is leaving their house except our volunteers. We will drop to volunteer who want to stitch or cut. We will put outside the door, and the person will call me, like, I already left in the door, so I will call, and this is the one, right? So I will call and make sure that the person left, and then I call, like, okay, you can, outside your door, there is a fabric. So, and I always say, put the gloves, put in a washer. So once they wash, they iron it, they cut it, and then they will, if they are not doing a stitching, they will put in a bag and they will put outside. So our volunteer will pick up, and so we want to keep social distancing. At the same time, we want to help our community people. So that's why we're very careful about how we handle everything. So whoever is handling, everybody is supposed to, if you see this mask, like that's Gina, she's putting a mask and a gloves. And delivery also, we are being very careful. We always have a contact person. Whoever go to the hospital, city center, they will go outside and make sure we will put like in the desk outside only, we will give that box. So I don't want to, we don't want to put in our volunteers in the other risk at the same time. So we are trying our best to help. And then you see this is a Cambridge hospital, that's a director. So he came out because I had some health issues. I'm not able to go hospital. So he came out personally. I'm so blessed, this is an amazing project. So he came out and we provided him a mask, and we are giving like every couple of weeks, we are trying to provide some mask and gown, whatever they are looking for. And there is if you see another picture here, is a grocery. I have a lot of problems with groceries, like in Hopkinton Price Chopper. We tried our best. I went to the manager, I talked, and we all are fighting for it. Like everybody has to wear a mask, but few days they wear and few days they don't wear. Still we are struggling with that. So this is because these grocery store deliver to seniors' house and pregnant ladies, and then especially families. So that's why there are 15 or 20 of them. I provided everybody a mask. So whoever want mask, who has especially families, seniors, they can reach me out. We are not charging anything. And if anybody generously want to donate, they can donate fabric, or they have a website, sevausa.org, and I send you both websites. So, the Seva Boston, so they can donate us through our website too.
And are the masks you guys making reusable? Is there a certain way that you recommend people sanitize them?
It's a washable, it's reusable. So they can wash again and they can use anytime. It's like, we have two kind of masks we made so far. Now there is a tie and elastic. Mostly I focus elastic to seniors because some have arthritis issues. So senior centers I try to send elastic, but most of the place I try to send the tie one because tie one they can use again and again because it's 100% cotton. It's not gonna affect harm them.
Right. You can just throw them in the washing machine.
Yeah, it's so easy and quick.
And again, back to these pictures, it looks like you dropped some off to Beth Israel Medical Center.
Yes.
Very nice. And this is the process. So you guys will personally have one of you go on the Zoom and show people how to do it.
Exactly. Our fashion designer will do the stitching slowly. She will show step by step, and anybody can stop at the point and ask questions if they are confused.
Mm-hmm.
And we will take a YouTube and we will put in our group. So what I have 4 groups right now because I don't want everybody to Zoom at the same time. Nobody will listen, right? So I give new group. If there is 5 to 7, I try to give them training right away because I want to maintain my standard. But I do at the same time I don't want to bother the previous group they have already done that. So
right.
Now I got more demand for the filter mask with the fabric one. We are doing a filter mask right now. So that's the next session I did for the that who were stitching for us since last couple of weeks. I trained them for the filter mask. So the new group, they are just doing a regular mask. And then I have a specific groups for mask, for the gowns, for the hospital gowns, and then cap.
Wow, what's the process behind making the gowns?
Oh, it's super easy. Yeah, it's just make a rectangle, just cut. It's very easy. And we have, by grace of God, we have 2-3 volunteers who know stitching very well. Mm-hmm. So for this gown, I already have a sample cut piece. So for the new stitch group, I just have to give the cut piece so they can easily copy and then the stitch department will do the stitching part. So we have divided group and we have divided work accordingly.
And are those gowns made out of the same material that you use for masks?
No, actually, because mask is made of 100% cotton and it's very high demand. I don't want to waste my fabric for that. So one lab, actually, medical lab, gave me a 300 square meter terry cotton fabric. It's that's like a waterproof kind. But it's still I cannot make a mask, but I can use for the gown and caps.
That's excellent. So did you guys just start doing the caps and the gowns? I know you've been doing the masks for a while, so you're just starting with some of the other stuff as well.
Yes, actually, I have, like I said, I've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, and I'm in contact with a lot of healthcare professionals. In my family members, I have over 5, family members are healthcare professionals too. So, and Dr. Nanda saw there are a lot of other physicians. They asked me, she's very active in St. Vincent Hospital. She's a physician there, and she's helping with the other food drive, other things. So she asked me, we have a lot of demands for cap. Can you make it for us? So last week I said, okay, let me try because, I don't want to say just a yes. So we made a couple of them and then I already shipped it to her. I shipped it to 4 hospitals to see the feedback. It's amazing. I tried. It's perfect, but I want them to be comfortable, right? Because it's a tie in the back. The gown is pretty cute, but I want to be look perfect too for them. So I have sent, so from Friday, this weekend, it's gonna we're gonna make more. We have to make a lot. My plan is to make every week 100, at least 100 cap and 50 gowns. that's the minimum we are planning so far. But let's see how much fabric gonna help us, because it's a lot of fabric. To make one gown takes 2 yards of fabric, and to make 7 cap we need like a yard. So it's a lot of fabrics. By grace of God, I have to thank Diane. She gave me a lot of fabric. Terry, she gave me 200 yards of elastic. Diane gave me a lot of fabrics from church. I think literally she gave me 400 yards of fabric. So, everybody's generous, and we all are together fighting, and we're going to win this soon. That's the one thing. We have to win this.
Absolutely. We're all just waiting for life to get back to normal, and hopefully it'll be soon. But you guys are doing tremendous work. Is there any businesses that have reached out to you guys wanting them to donate or donate materials or anything like that?
Business, they have not came. Business have not came yet, but one business came. It's a Bollywood Grill restaurant. Actually, my friend has a virus. My friend knew I was very active in this, COVID-19, all this food and mass. So she called me that I have one friend. She's a registered nurse, and she has a virus, and she has a 4 years old daughter, and she didn't know what to do. So Bollywood Grill, I'm thanking them, Parvinder ji, and their entire family. Like they are dropping food every day outside their house for 2 weeks. They were ready to pay, but he told me, you know what? Don't pay me. I was like so amazed. Like people are being so generous, so generous, and they all. And I have like seniors, Neela, Bhavani. They all are. Some are retired physicians. 3, 4 are Medula, Sabari. She's still a physician right now. They all are helping in this project. I feel so blessed. Like seniors, they can sit and watch TV, but they want to help. So I'm so blessed. I'm working for such an amazing organization. There is Ashwini, Raju, Gina. There are a lot of others helping. And we have an article department here, Nisha Sinha. So she's also helping us with articles and writing how, now she's writing with the kids article, like how they're feeling. With the seniors, she wrote one article, and we're like how we made a mask. I think you already have 2 articles with you, what she wrote. So it's amazing thing happening. Like, I'm blessed to be in a Hopkinton town. Like everybody is awesome. And Casey, thank you. And Hoptown, my whole volunteer group, Hoptown Legacy Volunteer Group, they all are helping me with this legacy, this big project. From 7 to 75, it's not easy. I'm leading this, but it's very exhausted. I'm very exhausted, but at the same time, I'm very happy. I'm very excited. I sleep 10 or 11 o'clock, but still morning, I'm like, okay, we have to do it. It's like, I'm really enjoying. Like everybody is selflessly helping. There is Andrea, there's a by her, I think you heard. She's doing this project about, collecting money and helping with the food and all the masks she does too. So we all are, though we are different groups, but at the same time, we all are together. Absolutely. And if they're not able to provide, they tell me, Shova, can you provide them? This hospital is asking for this. So, like we are so coordinated. So wherever they can't go, somebody will reach that hospital and make sure they already get it.
When you first started this, did you have any idea it would explode so quickly? You've gone from 0 to, it sounds like 100 miles an hour in this operation.
Absolutely. Since I was a kid, I was always doing volunteer. My grandmother was my main mentor. Like she used to tell me, you have to give, not to take. If you be a giver, you always be a giver. If you take, always be a taker. So, when this started, me and my friend Nisha, we both are volunteer of Sewa organization, and we have a lot of programs going on, food drive, other things. So we just worked out like, okay, let's do very small. At that time, there was not much this much impact. So we thought, let's do small, and then slowly we started with 7 people, and then we see 15. I'm like, oh my God! Then we start, getting more. The virus is affecting more and more. And then we thought, you know what, we have to be in our pace. So now we have 5 dentists working for us right now. And we have 4 or 5 physicians, retired physicians are there. Some are in, other professions like real estate, like I mean, financial planning, what I do, right? So there are all different professions. Everybody's are together. So yeah, I told you, like, we want to run fast than virus.
So I know you guys are donating a lot of stuff to medical centers as well. Does the equipment that you make have to pass any certain kind of qualifications to get into those medical centers?
Yeah, they gave us a criteria. Actually, what I did when I started, before only my one friend already doing in a very small scale. They were only 2-3 people were doing, but that they have already distributed in hospital. And like I said, my family members are in a hospital. They are physicians too. And I have very close friends, Dr. Nanda, there are other friends who are physicians. So I asked them to send the mask which they have, what standard they want, and what we made it. I compared, and then I asked them to use our mask and give me a feedback. Still now I do that. I don't want to compromise my quality. So every time I drop the box, I make sure I have a contact person there and I want a feedback. Like, how is it? Do you think I should make a more thicker one or thin one, or like we should make more plates? So everything they recommend, by grace of God, everything is perfect so far.
That's wonderful. You guys are doing tremendous work. So, on behalf of a number of organizations you've donated to, Hopkinton, I think we can say thank you for all the work you guys are doing. And one of the best things about since we've started doing this show, we're doing it every weekday at 2:00, is talking to people like yourself who are just have these tremendous volunteer efforts going on. We just recently talked to a family this past Monday in Hopkinton. They got the whole family together and they're sewing masks and doing some great work as well. So just hearing these stories and the community coming together is just is great stuff. And what I want you to do is just let us know the information once again to get out there. If anybody wants to help, donate materials, where could they find you? Where could they reach you?
Yeah, I have a Facebook, Shova Sharma. They are reaching me out. They can reach out in my Facebook. I have a messenger. They can message me personally. And there is a Hopkinton Uncommon group. My name is I think we have a display page there. All of our names and numbers are there. So anybody can reach out to Hopkinton Uncommon group. And there is a Sewa International website, SewaUSA.org, and there is a Boston chapter. So anybody can reach out us through our website. So there is a fund, there is a donate, or anything they want to donate, they can donate online, or they can directly send to me, whatever is easy.
Terrific. And we'll throw all that information on our website as well, hcam.tv. So anyone out there listening, if you want to get involved or help out in any way, we'll have the information up there. So lastly, I know you're very busy making masks and making PPE equipment and doing some tremendous work, but is there any kind of activities that you've been doing in this time of social distancing?
Actually, my both kids and my husband is home. I wish I have more time, but I'm so involved in this because this is a very serious matter. I don't have time to do anything right now. I'm just focusing. Trust me, like fabric is like a chocolate for me right now. Anybody say there is a fabric, I just run. It's morning, 8 o'clock, it's like 10 o'clock. I don't care. I just want to help. This is the time they need, families are always there for you, right? This time is very crucial, very important, because there is a lot of needs. If you see shelter, they're asking me 2,000 masks. In Boston shelter, we are trying our best to send. And in Worcester shelter, so 4,000 max just between two shelters. And there is a lot of needs, and I seriously, I wish I have more time. My daughter always complain me. I don't play with her. She's 8 years old, and I told her, I promise you I'll play. I'll take a break week. Once I'm done with this virus thing, then we will have fun.
Just say, let's play with the sewing machine.
Yeah. Oh, she helps me actually. She helps me counting. She has a video. She made herself like, I'm a Sewa volunteer. Thank you so much for joining me. She has like nice small videos she made. She's having fun with me with this counting, but I'm not playing with her outside in the backyard. I think that's the part she's missing right now. And I really want to, through this, I really want to request everybody, like if you see anybody seniors, like I went to their house, like a couple of seniors' house who they are not able to come to my house. They send me a message in a messenger. that Shova, I want a mask, but my husband has like heart issues or something, I go and drop too. So don't hesitate. It's free of cost. Nobody has to pay a penny for it. Everybody, I said, okay, do I have to buy it? You do not have to buy it. It's free. I just want whoever is listening to us today, please, if you see any special family, it's like if anybody is needy family, they are not able to afford the mask, or any seniors, anybody can reach us out. We want to help everybody. We have to protect our community, even through Project J, because of, I left them a couple of masks, 50 masks there, and I told her that, Charlene, that if anybody comes, needy family, don't have a mask, just give it to them. Just give it to them. And like yesterday also morning, she called me. We are out. Can you bring me? I told her, I promised her I'm going to bring her today. So, it doesn't like nobody, if you don't have, people feel like, okay, she's giving me a mask, I have to pay. It's nothing paying. You're selflessly helping, volunteering. See, I'm financial advisor. I can earn later, but I cannot do this later. Right? This is the time we have to help. So who can help me. Who can't help, don't worry. Just take my Sewa International ball. We all are here to help you guys.
And you guys are doing tremendous work. And just to re-emphasize about how important the masks are, some towns have started making it mandatory to wear masks in public. I don't think Hopkinton's on that list yet, but I know my hometown, Milford, it's now mandatory. You have to wear masks when you're in public. So these masks are important. And Shiva International and Shova, you are doing tremendous work. So thank you for coming on the show and talking about what you guys are doing, and we'll be sure to get the information out there. And we certainly urge anybody that can help Shiva International with their very important mission of making this PPE and medical masks. Definitely reach out to them. But Shova, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was an honor to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a great rest of your day and keep in touch with us.
Yes,
We'd love to hear how
definitely.
things go.
Okay. Thank you, Mike.
All right, we're now going to send it over to Matt Clark, who's going to let you know what is coming up throughout the rest of the week here on HCAM. And then we're going to be talking about some online games. So, Matt, take it away.
Thanks, Tom. Well, coming up later today on right after this, in fact, on HCAM Ed, we have our daily binge block. We're going to be looking at. I've picked out a few HCAM Ed specials from the year 2018. So a few things that haven't been seen in a while for people to watch if anyone's feeling a bit nostalgic. Tomorrow on Hangout Hours, we're going to be having Annette Kaminsky and Binky DeColibus on the show. And then on the binge block after that, we are going to be taking a look at some older Wake Up Smell the Poetry episodes.
Wonderful. A packed schedule for you here on HCAM.
Oh, yeah.
So, Matt, the topic is online games. So take it away. What are some of the online games that you've been playing as of late?
Well, as I've said a lot of times, I'm actually really big into games. But if I'm not playing any, oftentimes I just like something a little bit simpler. I haven't been doing it as much lately just because I've had other things to do. But one of my favorite things actually is I like online Sudoku. Which obviously, you've never played Sudoku?
I've never played it.
So it's a game where you have. How do I explain it to anyone who doesn't know? It's a classic newspaper game, right next to the crosswords. So you have nine boxes that are each divided up into 9 squares each. So it's a 9 by 9 square, and you have to fill each box with the numbers 1 through 9, but the number can only appear in each row and each column once. So it's a puzzle to figure out which in the newspaper I get, they get harder throughout the week, and you get the answers in the next day to see if you're right. So that's a game I like to play online. It's a little easy to cheat online, so you sometimes have to, because you can just like put in a number, and if you're not sure about it, you can have the website check for you if the number is correct or not. So you have to try to resist not to do that. You can't do that in the newspaper version. But
How are you at it? Are you good at it?
I'm decent. I can get through the easy ones pretty quickly, but I do struggle with the harder ones, especially in the newspaper. The best one I've ever completed was a 4-star problem a few years ago, and that took me like 2 hours.
Wow. So are they all like the same level of difficulty, or are they more?
No, they're easier or harder depending on how many starting numbers they have.
I think the more numbers they give you in a row or in a column make it a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bob, do you play any online games?
No, not really. I'm not.
You're a solitary guy, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, solitary goes back a long ways, and I'll play that online, but not at work. I never play solitaire on a computer.
No, that's fair. I actually strangely had a desire a few weeks ago to play solitaire online, and I actually managed to win it, which is surprising.
I didn't find it hard to win. I usually used, when I started having problems with my older computers, older laptops, and things weren't running right, you could always go to solitaire, and that would work fine.
Yeah, I mean, solitaire has been on PCs for as long as I can remember. It just comes installed. I don't think PCs really come with games installed anymore.
But a lot of the games are a lot more complicated now. I know that I don't even know if this is a game. Minecraft? Is that a game?
Oh, that's a classic.
But is that a game?
It's a game, but it's definitely not to be confused with Minesweeper.
I know what a Minesweeper is. I was in the Navy for 4 years.
That's fair.
But my son-in-law and my granddaughter seem to spend a lot of time with their Minecraft, and it has something to do with, I don't know, building a mine.
It's about building whatever you want. I love Minecraft. I actually have been playing that a lot. So what happens is you start up a game, and you're put into a randomly generated world, and everything is blocky and cube-shaped in the world. And you start by getting wood from trees, and you craft that wood into tools, and then you can get stone, and you can get iron, and you get better and better tools, and you get resources, and you just build a base. You can build a mine, you can build a castle, you can build whatever you want.
But in the sense of a game, there's no way you can win. There's no way you can lose. You're not playing against someone.
No, you're not playing against someone. There is a way you can win. It involves defeating a dragon, and then you get the credits. But the game continues after that. There's plenty to do after that. But it does not have a typical ending where you're like, okay, I'm done. I never have to play this again. Yeah, it's actually a really incredibly simple but compelling game because of that. Like, if you look up online some things that people build, it's incredible what these people just do in their free time.
And Matt, I know you're big into games. What are some of the good websites out there to track down some of these games, especially some of the free ones that you can find online? I know they have a lot of classics out there like Pac-Man, and I think even Sonic you can find in certain places. What are some of the sites you use?
I actually don't use sites like that very often, so I'm not really one to say. There's an application that's free to download called Steam that anyone can get, and they can download and buy games completely safely on that. I wouldn't want to direct anyone to, like, if you type in free whatever, you can probably find a free version of the game, but I don't want to tell anyone to do that because that might damage their computer. That kind of stuff tends to be sketchy, and it's also illegal. So, like, I know a free Tetris website I don't think that's illegal. I think it's just in browser. But
Yeah, we don't want to be giving away illegal websites.
yeah, no, absolutely not.
But I think, yeah, I've seen Tetris around on a few different places that are totally legit. I've seen people just have that on some random like website that's not really about games, just embedded into the website. So you can find that around. Some of the comments we got on Facebook about this, we had Kathy say she plays Words with Friends. Did not know there was an online version of that.
I've never played Words with, have heard of. I mean, Facebook has a bunch of free games.
Right.
I remember back when I was in high school, Farmville was very popular.
Yeah. Oh, I used to play one. It was a mafia game on Facebook. I forget what it was. It was a long time ago. But you
I feel like I remember that one too.
pretty much, it wasn't graphic, but you had to like commit these crimes and like rob people and stuff, and then you ended up working your way to become the capo or the boss. Word Brain was another comment on Facebook, and then Solitaire Tri-Peaks. I know Solitaire. I don't know Tri-Peaks. That might be.
I don't know that one either.
That might be a website that they use.
Mm-hmm. I should say there are plenty of websites for free games, though. I guess a lot of them don't work as much anymore because they're all Flash based, and Flash has been phased out as of late. So like there was a website called Nitrome that I used to go to a lot in high school that had a bunch of free games. That was completely safe and legal. And like there was a game called Icebreakers where it was a puzzle game where you had to get Vikings back to their ship, and you had to like destroy ice, and you could like cut through ropes and stuff, and they would slide, and you had to manipulate the environment to get them back to the back to the boat. But like that website doesn't work anymore because Flash doesn't work, or at least you have to re-download Flash, which is I don't know how to do that off the top of my head. I grew up on websites like that, like especially cartoon websites like CartoonNetwork.com, DisneyChannel.com. Those websites had a bunch of games based on the shows, and I used to go on those all the time. But I mean, I don't anymore because I've kind of outgrown a lot of that stuff. But
Any of the games that you play online, Matt, that are multiplayer games?
oh yeah, plenty of them. One of the only ways I can connect with my friends right now is by online gaming. Like the game Overwatch. I don't really want to bring up games like that because I feel like we're talking more about like free games that are online, and Overwatch is a game that I paid full price for. But like that game's online. It's a competitive shooter where like you play as one of currently 32 characters, and you have to work together as a team to defeat the opponent's team. And I play that occasionally with my friends, not as much as we used to because it's a bit old at this point. We have other things we want to play. But
Is that kind of like an online paintball?
kind of, yeah, in a basic sense.
The game that I grew up playing, that was a free computer game that used to be very frustrating when you got to the more difficult levels, Minesweeper.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever play Minesweeper, Bob?
No, I didn't. I thought you were going to say something like Mario Brothers.
No, Mario Brothers was never free online.
No, I never played Minesweeper.
That surprises me. That feels like it would be right up your alley, Bob. I mean, you said you were in the Navy.
Yes, I was. We didn't play games in the Navy. Well, that's not true. We did play games, but they weren't online games.
That's fair. Minesweeper always surprises me because I always see online people talking about how, I never understood what you were even supposed to do, and it's like, really, it's the game is hard, but the concept is simple. It's like you press a square, and you get, if you don't lose immediately by random chance, which can happen, you get a number, and that number tells you how many mines are directly touching that square. So then you just have to figure out where the mines are. So it's hard to win, but the concept isn't hard.
You have to have like a math brain.
I keep trying to equate online free games that might be played on a laptop with games that I know of that are out there, like Battleship, You Sunk My Battleship, or Connect 4, or even Tic Tac Toe.
Yeah, that stuff is all online.
Online.
Yeah, that's
A lot of card games are online.
yeah, all that stuff is online. Like something I see really popular with gamers on YouTube is Uno.
Oh yeah.
Two guys I follow on YouTube, I watch on YouTube a lot, or have been playing Monopoly, a Monopoly video game. There are electronic versions of all that stuff nowadays.
Well, that's one of the multiplayer type games that you'll play online. It's not something you play by yourself or against yourself.
Yeah.
I'd say if you live in a household with other people, though, you should try to play it with them. Play it online.
Yeah, absolutely.
But after a few weeks or months of playing games with your family in the house, that could get very competitive.
That's true, especially if you're the one always losing. You know,
Or winning.
Right. You could just get frustrated or bored with it and be like, I got to go online and play someone that's better at.
Yeah. Play somebody I have a chance to beat or beat me.
Yeah. Sometimes in certain games, specifically card games, it's just to try out decks that I've built in a game.
What card games do you play? Play any blackjack?
Not card games like that.
There is online gambling, though. Go online
There
and
is?
gamble.
Yeah, there is.
But we're not talking about that.
No, I don't gamble.
No.
No, I play card games more like Magic the Gathering. I don't play Magic the Gathering anymore, but they're more like that, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon cards, things like that.
But there were games like you mentioned, Uno and Mealborn. That was another one.
What was that one?
Mealborn.
I don't know that
Ever
one.
heard of that one?
No.
That was back in the late 80s. It was popular. Came out of France. It's a card game, but it's kind of like you get cars, you get trips, you get miles, you get speed, stuff like that.
Yeah, cool.
Was it a computer card game?
No, you actually had to pick up the cards and deal them out. No. Yeah. And that's why you can't count up to 10.
You're not supposed to reveal that on air, Bob.
Oh, sorry. Nobody's watching.
What are some? I know we're mostly talking about the free games, but what are some of you're a big gamer, Matt? So I'm just curious. What are some of your favorite games to play with your friends?
Well, let me see. Well, I mentioned Overwatch, which is we haven't played that as much in a big group in the last couple months for reasons that I'm not going to get into right now. I talked about that a lot in my video game live Geek Week back in November. People can look that up on YouTube if they want to know more about that. But Minecraft is one that I'll play with my friends a lot because you can get a server and you can play that multiplayer, and like we'll build a world together. I'm completely blanking. I just haven't been playing many online. Let me check my library.
All right, what single player?
Well, I've been trying to go as I can. Like, I beat the remakes of Spyro the Dragon a few weeks ago, which was a series I've wanted to get into ever since I was a kid. And then they remade them like 2 years ago, and I finally managed to get my hands on it. And I beat all 3 games in like a week, 100% each, to show you how quickly I'll play games. One of my favorite multiplayer games actually is a little game called Stick Fight, which is this little fighting game where you play as a stick figure, and the point is to kill your opponent, which is your friend. And like it's completely chaotic because the stage is collapsing around you and weapons are falling and you can easily kill yourself. Like one of the fun, and it just gets you laughing so hard because of the shenanigans that happen around you. It's always hilarious. And it's a game that I love to play. I don't play it as much anymore. I keep saying that, but
That sounds like this game. Facebook has all these free games that they're always promoting. You're essentially a stick figure guy, and you have to walk through this obstacle course, and there's like blades coming down and stuff, and you have to avoid them all. And you have to like get away from various creatures. It looks pretty addicting, but I don't know. I'm always nervous to download the games off those ads because who knows what they'll try to install on your computer. But
yeah, I don't know much about Facebook games. One game that I always see ads for that it looks like a puzzle game where you have to like rescue a princess from some monsters or get a treasure or something. And the ads are always like the person controlling it does it wrong and fails. And then you're supposed to be like, but the answer was so easy. Like I could do that. And then you download it. But every time I look at it, I hear that the game doesn't look anything like that. The game isn't even a puzzle game. It's some sort of like tactical game where you're controlling units and you have to like fight enemies. I don't know. Which is frustrating because I would play a puzzle game like that. I like puzzle games.
isn't it, online puzzles are becoming a thing? Aren't they? I think I've seen them around.
I've heard about that. I mean, I've been helping my mom with real puzzles more in the last couple of weeks. I've never done an online one, but yeah, I'm sure that's a thing. I've heard about that.
My wife's big into puzzles, and she gets these little pieced puzzles. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she has the patience for it. Those aren't easy, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, no, I've been helping my mom with several 1,000-piece puzzles, and they're something else.
Well, if you need to burn some time, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I need a break, I'll kind of just like walk out of my room and like she'll have the puzzle in her room, and I might just stand over it for a few minutes and try to get a few pieces. I always kind of feel bad because I always think I'm doing too much and that she might want to do it, but she's never said anything to me. I think she likes that I help. So
they make for nice pictures. If you do one of those big puzzles, get it framed, hang it on the wall.
I've asked her if she wants to do that, and she always says no. I think she's trading them when she's done with her sister, and she's getting new puzzles from. They're trading puzzles, so.
Well, yeah, that's an idea. Saves you a little money.
Yeah. Currently, we're working on a 1,000-piece puzzle that's a color gradient. So, like, it starts with like green or blue in the corner, and then it goes purple, and then it's red, orange, yellow, and green in the other corner. And that one, it's getting really hard for a few reasons. One, I think it's missing a piece. Because there's one last pink piece that is just a square. Every piece around it is put in place, but I cannot find this one piece anywhere. And we're probably like halfway done, but the rest of it is just all the red in the middle. So that's going to be a pain in the butt.
It's funny you bring that up, Matt, because Jane and I do puzzles all the time, especially the 1,000 pieces. And we get about halfway through, and then she starts with, I don't think this piece is here. I think this piece is missing. Until about 15 minutes later, there it is. Oh, okay then. And we actually did finally get a puzzle that had a piece missing. She couldn't have been more thrilled. She wrote to the puzzle company and complained. We ended up getting 2 free puzzles. Wow, same one, but that's the first time it's ever happened. And all the times that she said there's a piece missing.
I'm always worried about that when I do Legos, but it's never happened. Yeah, like I could be wrong, Bob. This piece could be in there. It could be on the floor somewhere because I found pieces on the floor in her room. She has a rug in her room that's the exact same color as the underside of the puzzle piece. And apparently she actually knocked over a few pieces, so there could easily be one missing. But it's the only pink piece left, and it has 4 holes, and I just haven't found it yet. But I think that's all the time we have. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me. This was a good conversation.
Absolutely. And we'll have many more.
Absolutely.
Done. And this year here, that's